Hello everyone, thanks for joining us on our YouTube channel, Exploring Tampa Bay Commercial Real Estate. We talk about what's going on the west coast of Florida. The area we're talking about is Tampa, St. Petersburg, Sarasota, Lakewood Ranch, that part of Florida. My name is Jay Wittner.
And I'm Rachael Manzanares.
And our show is brought to you by KW Commercial, and we're going to talk about October of 2022.
All right.
And our first item is a warehouse, and there's plenty more warehouses coming. This first one in Clearwater sold for $4 million. This is a 35,000 square foot warehouse on an acre and a half, built in 1986, so getting along in the years, but it looks really good.
Well maintained.
It's fully leased. The seller was Wilson and Freeman, and the buyer was affiliated with Joseph Kotler. And where this is Highway 19 North, 10855 US Highway 19 North.
All right.
Your warehouse, man.
More warehouse. For this one, we're going to go down to Bradenton. So this warehouse sold for $2.7 million, 19,000 square feet, but it's on a big site, 6.4 acres. And this one was built in 1970. Seller here was Aon Marine, and the buyer was Bradenton Industrial Holdings. And this one is located near 301 and 62nd Avenue East. Address here is 4601 15th Street East. Over to the beach.
It's not a warehouse.
Not a warehouse.
So this is the Beach Flower Inn, sold for $2.6 million, which sounds like a lot of money for 3,100 square feet, built in 1940.
Yep.
But it's on the Gulf of Mexico, which answers a lot of the mystery here.
Yep.
But still, it's a tenth of an acre.
It's a big price.
It's hard for me to quite grasp that.
I
But
know it.
right there on the Gulf, as you can see, very pretty view.
Yeah.
The seller was Harmsworth, and the buyer was Beach Flower LLC. And right here on the Gulf in Madeira Beach, 14048 Gulf Boulevard.
Right on the beach. Wonderful.
Wouldn't mind having it myself, not for $2.6 million. Another warehouse for
Oh,
you.
more warehouse, yay. Well, for this one, we're gonna be in St. Pete. This sold for $7.5 million. This is a large one, 71,000 square feet, and it sits on 3.4 acres. This was built in 1955, so a little bit of an older property, but again, looks very well maintained. Seller here was ProSun International, and the buyer was Basis Industrial. It's a good size building there. So this sits near the intersection of 275 and 22nd Ave North. Address here is 2442 23rd Street North. Back to the beach.
Time for breakfast.
All right.
Where'd I hop? So this restaurant here on St. Pete Beach sold for $2 million. And it's not a really big building. It's 2,600 square feet. And I'm not sure how long the IHOP has been there, but like as long as I remember, I think it's been there.
At least as many years as I've been here.
And it's on a half-acre parcel, and it was built in 1976. The seller was Almeria, and the buyer was Mealy Development. And it's located on Gulf Boulevard again, north of the Don Cesar. So that probably helps the price, because everybody knows where the Don is,
Yeah.
so that probably is very beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
The address is 5001 Gulf Boulevard, St. Pete Beach. Check it out for breakfast while there's still time. Here.
All
Lakewood
right.
Ranch.
Lakewood Ranch. Well, why don't you talk about this one? Because this is where you live. Tell us a little bit about
All
it.
right, give me the clicker.
All right.
This is a giant apartment complex, brand new, that just broke ground in Lakewood Ranch. Typically, we're seeing new apartment complexes, maybe 200 to 300 units is sort of what the sweet spot seems to be.
Yeah.
This is going to be one of the biggest apartment communities in the entire greater Tampa Bay area. They're starting off with 502 apartments,
It's a big undertaking.
which really doesn't happen anymore.
Mm.
They're planning for the grand opening in 2024, so a pretty quick timeline to
Yeah.
do something on this scale, I would say.
Yeah.
And it's going to be built on a very nice 37-acre spot
Wow.
in Lakewood Ranch. Now, this is one of the advantages of Lakewood Ranch. Not everywhere is there a 37-acre
Parcel.
site
Yeah.
that you can build on. It's going to be a bunch of 4-story buildings with 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units, and the kind of upscale amenities you'd expect. With 500 units to spread the cost among, you can do a lot of things
Yeah.
with what you're going to provide.
Awesome.
And Lakewood Ranch is one of the biggest and most successful master plan communities in the United States.
Right.
And if you're not from around here, this is sort of between Bradenton and Sarasota, but a little bit to the east.
Right.
This is 3 miles east of I-75 and a mile north of State Road 70 is where this is going to be.
Okay.
If you know the ranch, it's 12125 Rangeland Parkway is where this is going to be.
That's a big piece.
It's going to be exciting.
Very nice. All right, well, this next one here is in Sarasota, so not too far away. This sold for $4.2 million. This building is obviously housing a Harley Davidson motorcycles right now. It's a 22,000 square foot building, and it sits on a 3-acre lot. This two-story facility was built in 2000, so it's fairly new in comparison to some of the stuff we've looked at.
Looks good.
Seller here was Rossiter's Harley Davidson, and the buyer is Russum Adrenaline. And this is located just west of I-75, about a mile south of Fruitville Road. Address here is 330 Cattleman Road. And that's our show for you today, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to find out more about commercial real estate in the Tampa Bay area. And we hope to see you next time.
Have a great day and a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next time.